Hello, students. Welcome back to another daily episode of Geometry. All right, today we are going to be working on 2.5. We're on page 55. Page 55. And we're going to take some notes here on page 55. And what we're going to be doing today is called trinomial factoring. And essentially, it's the opposite of multiplication. When we're doing the binomial or polynomial multiplication, we're going to be going the other way. So if you remember, don't worry about this stuff. You remember, let's say we had x plus 3 times x plus 4. Remember, a couple lessons ago we had this, and we would multiply. We would do distributive. So we'd go x squared plus 4x, and then we'd distribute the 3, and we would have plus 3x plus 12. We would combine our like terms, and we'd end up with x squared plus 7x plus 12. So what we're doing today is we're going to go the opposite direction. We are actually going to change this into this. So we're going to start with x squared plus 7x plus 12, and we're going to go the opposite direction. Now, if I have this trinomial here, I know that I'm going to have two possible solutions. So I can just start with that. And I have to get to x squared. And how do I get to x squared? Where I have to multiply an x times an x. So what I'm doing is I'm breaking this out and solving it piece by piece. I know I have to get to an x squared, so I know I have to have an x times an x, right? Because that x times x gives us an x squared. Now, I have to get to a 12, so my last number has to get to a 12. And my middle number has to get to a 7. So what I'm going to do is, since my last two numbers have to get me to a 12, what I'm going to do is I'm going to find the factors of 12. So I have to get to a positive 12. And my factors of 12, things that multiply to make 12 are 1 and 12, 2 and 6, and 3 and 4. 1 times 12 is 12, 2 times 6 is 12, 3 times 4 is 12. So those all add up, those all multiply up to get me 12. Now what I have to do is I have to figure out which of these combinations gets me 7. Look at that. 3 plus 4 adds up to 7. So what that means, a positive 3 and a positive 4, what that means is I have a positive 3 and a positive 4. So I now have my factors for this trinomial. X plus 3 times x plus 4 equals x squared plus 7x plus 12. I factored it out. And I know that's right, because if I were to multiply it, x times x is x squared, x times 4 is 4x, 3 times x is 3x, 3 times 4 is 12. So in the end, I would get x squared plus 7x plus 12. So I could check my answer by going the other way. Okay, let me show you one more. So we'll move down here. I'll give you this example of x squared plus 2x minus 8. And you need to factor that out. Don't worry about this stuff over here. You need to factor that out. So I know that I'm going to have my two parentheses. And I know, because I need x squared, I know I'm going to have x times x. Now, my last numbers have to get me to a negative 8. So I'm going to do my factors of negative 8. I have 1, 8, 2, 4. Now, I'm just writing 1 and 8 and 2 and 4 because I could have negative 1 and positive 8. I could also have a positive 1 and a negative 8. I could also have a negative 2 and a positive 4, or I could have a positive 4 and then, a positive 2 and a negative 4. So I know that I could put my negatives on one of these and one of these. So 1 minus 8 is negative 7. Negative 1, and it is positive 7. Negative 2 and positive 4. So negative 2 plus 4 is a positive 2. So there it is. Negative 2, positive 4 gives me a positive 2. So negative 2, positive 4. There are my factors for that. So you just have to come up with your factors of negative 8, and whichever one of these adds or subtracts to get that number is your answer. Okay. Let's go ahead and turn the page to page 55. 56. And we'll go through and do some of these. So c squared plus 8c plus 7. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to write my little parentheses like that. And I know I have to get a c squared, so I know I'm going to have c in both of these. Now, I have a 7, and so I need to get to an 8. I have 1 times 7, 2 times, 3 times, that's it. That's my only factors is 1 and 7. Now 1 plus 7 equals 8. Positive 1, positive 7 equals 8. There are my factors. All right, so x squared plus 11x plus 18. I know I have x times x because I get an x squared, so I know it's x times x. So I look for my factors of a positive 18. So I have 1, 18, 2, 9, 3 times 6, 4, 5, 6 times 3. So there are all my factor pairs of 18. And I need to know which add together to get 11, 2 and 9. A positive 2 and a positive 9. 2 plus 9 is 11. 2 times 9 is 18. There it is. Look at that. So it's a couple steps, but if you understand those steps, it can all come together. All right, number 5. I need an s squared, so I'm going to have an s in both of those. I get my 10. It's a positive 10. So I have 1 times 10 equals 10, 2 times 5 equals 10, 3, 4, 5. That's it. So which of these equals 11? Well, 1 plus 10 equals 11. Plus 1 plus 10. Look at that. And I just factored it. There it is. Just factored it. So give them a go while we're going through this. See how you do. Here, put in my parentheses. I know I need a b squared. I know b times b gives me a b squared. Uh-oh, negative 54. All right. Oh, shoot. It's going to stretch my multiplication. So I've got 1 and 54. I've got 2 and 27. 3. Where's my other calculator? Let's see. How about 3? 54. Nope, it's not divisible by 3. How about 4? 54 divided by 4. Nope, it's not evenly divisible. So I can't use that. 54. Let's see, that's 4, 5, 6. Yep, 6 times 9. 7. No. 8. No. 9. Yep. Okay, so I got to 9. So there's all my. So I got 1. I went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. When I got to 9, I saw the 9 on this side, so that means I'd gotten all the way around. So there's all my options, and it's a negative. So I know that one of these numbers is negative, or one of these numbers or one of these numbers. So I need to get a positive 3. Look at that. If I have a positive 9 and a negative 6, so 9 minus 6, that's a positive 3. So a negative 6, a positive 9, and there it is. So the important part in this was getting all the factor pairs. Because if I'm missing a factor pair, I may not be able to get to that 3. So I found it. A positive 9, negative 6. 9 minus 6 is 3. All right. Whew, back down. We're at 18. It's an easier number for me to work with. So u times u equals u squared. Now I have a negative 18. So I have 1 times 18, 2 times 9, 3 times 6, 4, no, 5, no, 6. 6 times 3. All right. So it's a negative 18, so I know that one of these numbers is negative, and I have to get to 3. So it's a positive 3, so if I have a positive 6 and a negative 3, that'll get me to a positive 3. So u minus 3, u plus 6. 6 minus 3 is 3. Okay. I'll do one more, and then you are on your own. Except not totally on your own, because you could always call and ask questions. All right, I know I have to get to an h squared, so I have h. And then I am looking for factors of negative 24. I've got 1, 24, 2, 12, 3 times 8, 4 times 6, 5, 6. So those are all my factors. And it's a negative, so I know that one of these is going to be negative. And I have to get to a positive 2. Here it is. Positive 6 minus 4 is positive 2. Now you will only have one correct factor pair. You will only have one correct factor pair each time. So if you come up with 2, you might have done something wrong. And if you can't find one, then you also might have done something wrong. So give it a check. Please ask questions if you have any questions, and I will do my best to help you out. All right, have a wonderful day.